Honestly, it's so strange. I haven't finished a race this weekend, yet I wrapped up the championship. So, yeah, really, really odd, but I'm glad that all our hard work down south and in the other rounds has paid off.
All right, so when's the celebration start?
Down at the podium after this race, I believe.
Excellent. We'll see you down there, indeed. MTF Finance. So there we go. Oh, man, I just had to tap Brad on the shoulder. He nearly fell over his chair. Brad, take it away.
Here we go. So Toby Summers with out Av and Dale Finch. He's on pole. David Hall got a clean run off the second row of the grid. He's going to lead them into turn one. Richie Dibbin as well with another good start on the Bernard Racing Dibbin Sports Suzuki. He's going to go right around the outside. There's a little bit of rubbing in there as well. So I think it's going to be Richie Dibbin, the number 91, David Hall in second place there. And then it looks like Av, but it's actually Toby out there in third place. Brilliant stuff. Ashton Hughes with a great start, and Seth Devereaux there in fifth place as well. So all to play for here with that battle for third really coming alive. And Ashton Hughes and Seth Devereaux, Rogan Chandler, there they are. They're fourth, fifth and sixth on the track, and that's the big fight at the moment. But David Hall, he has a chance to be third in the championship as well. He's sitting there in second place, so this is going to be a great one to keep our eyes on. Everyone got away cleanly, so we're under full green flag conditions, but it is going to be an absolutely brilliant start from Richie Dibbin, and get him behind this the new Dibbin Swartz man from Wanganui out there at the moment.
Wow, this is a major change, and certainly with no Av, well, it's anybody's kind of racing. We know she's dominated and thoroughly deserves to. She has had that 30-pointer, and even with her problem, she has been able to sit this one out. So we'll see her on the podium immediately after this race. But who's going to win this one? Well, it's anybody. How's Toby? How's his adaptability? Can he hop on that MTF Finance Kawasaki from his own ZX6R and then go on and carry on and win this one? Well, we'll find out. He'll just get a good placing. Let's hope he doesn't throw it away as he did at Manfield, because remembering it was his to lose, and he did. He literally lost it with his racing. When you can pick him up on the bright yellow, normally Av, but there is Toby having a ride on the Spectrum Motorcycles Kawasaki ZX6, but it's the Suzuki's out in front. David Hall putting all the pressure, but it's Richie Dibbin that has the glory out there at the moment on the Dibbin Sports motorcycle machine, and the fastest time there at a time of 1:32. So keen to see whether he can continue on his winning way with that. Well, I mean, we haven't talked about a lot because he's had a terrible debut year as far as 600 running is concerned. But I suppose the best story in it, the reason he didn't get to Hampton Downs is his a partner had their child a little earlier than predicted, and he was all set to get up there, and all of a sudden there was a little bit of a twitch, and it was thought, well, no, we better not go, and then bingo, here it was, the new baby of the house has taken all the limelight off Hampton Downs. But he's come back since then to Manfield, and now here at Taupo he's not been on the podium, and there's a chance for him to be even the number one on the podium with this final encounter for our spectacular 600 class. Richie Dibbin, David Hall, Toby Summers, Ashton Hughes out there, along with Seth Devereaux and Rogan Chandler. Remembering Rogan picked up the win yesterday. So there we go. That's the 600 race that we have had, and he's well back on this one at the moment. So some work to do for the likeable Wellingtonian out there. On the blue crew, Lazu Yamaha R6, it is Rogan Chandler in sixth place.
Yeah, this is brilliant stuff. Richie Dibbin, he leads out of the hairpin, but David Hall right there in behind him. So the race is well and truly on for the lead. It's going to be slightly a two-horse race. The two Suzuki boys out in front and flying. This is a great bit of pace from David Hall. He's right on the back of Richie Dibbin. Into the flip-flop they go. Toby Summers doing a good job on the borrowed bike there. That definitely won't be set up for a man of his sort of stature coming from Avalon to Toby. There's a little bit of a height difference there, so he's doing a good job there. Third place at the moment. Ashton Hughes, he's got to be there in fourth place, happy with that, and then go back to a great little battle with Seth and Rogan in there as well. So this is action aplenty, but this is brilliant stuff from Richie Dibbin. All of his accolades from Supermoto racing over the years, and now look at him, his first season on a 600. Wouldn't it be awesome for him to have a win in his debut? Yeah, he entered every single round of NZSBK, but it wasn't until round 4 where he got his first points finish. So some bad luck along the way, but this is some great reward from the likeable man from Wanganui. Richie Dibbin out in front at the moment with David Hall in second. Then you got Toby Summers there in third at the moment. Go back to Ashton Hughes. Rogan Chandler's now up into fifth place ahead of Seth Devereaux. So Seth in sixth. He won't be too happy with a sixth place finish. So watch for Seth to come alive here. Dylan Telford, he's in seventh place on track, but that's first in the Super Stock 600. So he's got enough points. He's already wrapped up the Super Stock 600 title. So full credit to the TR20 team. Tarbin Walker, after a little crash earlier on, he's in eighth place. Nathan Jane on the Barnes Jenkins bike. He's in 10th place there as well with Jay Lawrence on the Carl Cox machine. He's there as well, Daniel Kempthorne, and Jesse Wickie. A good update there from Jesse, so good to see Jesse out there, and a great little top 12 performance at the moment. So here we go, down the back straight, and we see Richie Dibbin, David Hall, not much in that battle for the lead. They go into the flip-flop 1 and 2, and then Toby Summers there in a comfortable third place. So watch for Toby. This is a massive 15-lap race, and there's only going to be 3 gone. So 12 laps to go as they cross the line. Richie Dibbin still got enough over David Hall, but that's definitely coming alive. David takes it inside tight line. And Richie just runs it a little bit deep, but no harm down there. Still Richie Dibbin ahead of David Hall, then go back to Toby Summers, your top 3 at the moment.
All right, we're here with Avalon Biddle at the moment, and Av, just sitting back here, you're so relaxed. What does it feel like that you're not in the race? Do you want to be there, or are you riding with them? What's your mind doing?
I'm feeling pretty safe at the moment, to be honest. I think as you've seen the 600s this year, it's been a bit of carnage, to be honest. So many red flags, and those two out front, both Richie and David, man, they pushed pretty hard. So yeah, feeling safe and enjoying watching the racing up here. I would like to be out there. I think we could have set a really good lap time, which would have been a nice way to finish the weekend and also to win. But it's interesting how it's playing out. I think Rogan Chandler back there in 5th has some really good pace, but he needs to make a move on Ashton now if he wants to catch that front group. And Toby is hanging in there really, really well, and I think he'll just get faster and faster as the race goes on because he'll get more and more used to that bike. Richie is really good off the brakes at the end of the straight, so he's going to be hard to get past, and I know David is probably riding a bit cautious at the moment, so I'm interested to see how this is going to pan out.
Lovely to have the comments here. We have Avalon Biddle, our champion, and we'll come back with more of those comments shortly. Back to the race with Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at Toby Summers. He's climbed right on the back of this two-way train to make it a 3-way fight for the lead. So Richie Dibbin leads them out of the flip-flop into turn 14. The awesome left-hander down onto the front straight. Richie Dibbin ahead of David Hall, but now Toby Summers. Have a look at Toby right on the back of that train as well. So a full-on 3-way scrap. Fastest man on track is Rogan Chandler in 5th place. He goes up the inside of Ashton Hughes. They're going to be quite close together, not quite close enough. And Ashton going to keep hold of 4th place, but the man on the move is Rogan Chandler, the fastest man on circuit at the moment. Seth Devereaux's now climbed in there, so you've got a couple of 3-way fights. The battle for 1st, 2nd and 3rd, they're heading off in the distance, but 4th, 5th and 6th is an awesome little battle. So Ashton Hughes under a heap of pressure into turn 5, and Rogan Chandler going to take the line away and get the block pass done. So Rogan Chandler now up into 4th, and let's see if he has anything for the front 3 guys in front of him. So 11 laps to go still. Still anyone's race here at the moment, but it's Richie Dibbin in charge of this one.
Right, so keen to watch out. Look, the trios out there. You've got a 3x3 as we go racing. Then alone back in 7th at the moment, and Seth Devereaux thought he might have had some answers. Seth, I know, was gutted in that last race being red flag because he just felt he was in the right place with the right momentum and thought he could have won that one. But hey, it's neat to see him coming back here and fighting so well as he is. So great to witness him. Here we go. Let's check it out because you've got your 3x3 and the battle all on there at the moment. And I love the feature about Avalon and what she's picked up. Of course, we're not out there in the racing like she has been. And look at this. So just when you thought that maybe it's going to be David Hall because we know he's a great late demon breaker, we understand that Richie's potentially on a par with him. And here we are through that flip-flop. Look at that. Just from one side to the left. And if there's anybody out there that could be of any of the minuscule size of our champion Avalon Biddle, it would be Richie Dibbin. So power to weight ratio, he's certainly a right light pilot.
Yeah, absolutely. In the update now, up into 4th place, Seth Devereaux. He was in 6th place this time a lap ago. Rogan Chandler, he's still in 5th place, but Ashton Hughes, poor Ashton, goes from 4th to 6th all in the space of half a lap. So Seth Devereaux, better stuff from him. He's in 4th place at the moment. Rogan Chandler, still the fastest man on track with the 134.72, but dipped into the 131s that time around. So definitely got some good pace. And that second trio there, 4th, 5th and 6th, they're definitely not letting the leaders get away with this one. So with a massive 10 laps to go, still all on here at the moment, but this is a great ride from Richie Dibbin so far. Just pretty neat and tidy through turn number 8, and the run to turn 9 is where he is really strong. So absolutely brilliant to watch him go through there at the moment. David Hall and Toby Summers doing a great job on the borrowed bike at the moment.
Well, Brad, you were focusing on the top 3. I know Avalon was where I was, and we were looking at that second group because all of a sudden it was Rogan went up on the inside, but he just overcooked it a fraction and went out wide. Then Seth got him back up on the inside. It was anticipation. That's the bit you're talking about that you're not missing.
That actually looks like a bit of fun. I wouldn't mind being out there battling with those guys, but I think Seth's he's got the speed in his bike down the back straight, and Rogan's doing a great job, I think, of doing the passes, and then of course Ashton's hanging in there to pick up the points. And these 3 guys were fighting for 3rd in the championship at the start of the weekend, separated by like just 5 points. So I don't know what the point situation is now, but it's nerve-wracking to watch.
It is indeed. And remember, of course, Toby will close in on some of those points of Avalon's, but the reason she's sitting here is that there is not enough to catch up on. So keen just to see as to where we go at this stage, and we just see Mad Love Media with the points update here. Brad, I think, has got those as well. well. So keen just to see as to what's going on. And Brad, with where we are at the moment, yes, we're ignoring Avalon as number 1, but what's it doing for the, 2 for Toby? He's going to be fine in there. But what about that 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, absolutely. David Hall in the second place at the moment. He's just, what's that going to be? 9 and 5, 14 points. So maybe a chance if Seth can finish in 4th. It might come down to Seth just in 3rd, with David Hall looking for 4th, but Rogan still looking to push moves on there. So it's all still to play for, and it all depends on where David Hall can finish at the front of this race. So if David Hall can get up into the lead, he should take 3rd place. But if he can only get a 2nd and Seth stays in 4th, it might stay with Seth Devereaux. So still all on here, and so someone down in turn number 5 looks to be A-OK getting back to the bike. So keep an eye on that one there.
We got two, Brad. So one went down and another one took a massive detour, and one went right out. So I presume the one going down had led the other rider to being caught on the outside, and they have carefully negotiated their way right round on the outside of the kiddie litter and back onto the track. Whoever that rider is, they want a gold medal. That was incredible. Just saw the end of it. So effectively a rider falls, and that forces another rider to go off the track, and they calmly can collect it. If there's one thing that we've noticed here, Avalon, you've got to love the kiddie litter that they do here, because it's not the gravel. If anybody's going into it, many of them, like we've seen with Demon Damo down here, you seem to be able to ride your way slowly out of it.
Yeah, it appears to be that way. I'm not got length in my legs or anything. Someone seemed to put their leg down and sort of motocross it out, and yeah, I'm normally the first one to fall over as soon as I hit the grass, but I just try to stay on track. This race is getting so heated out there. Toby's right on the back of David and Seth's catching, so I think this could turn into a 5-way battle if Toby doesn't get through soon.
Great to watch indeed. So it's all on at the moment as we check them out. Notice what we've talked about there. That 3x3 has really gone to a 3 and an even shorter gap to a 2, because all of a sudden it's Seth there who's still being pushed all the way, and we've got Rogan up and amongst them there. So checking it out. So in fact we've got Seth. I thought for a minute he could have been back under pressure, but no, he holds on to it. And what about Ashton Hughes in that 6th place? Just let those other boys drift off there a little bit. But more importantly, as Avalon has picked up a chance to have all 5 of those joining our top echelon and coming home, and it's those placings that are still making a difference. Not number 1, don't worry about that. That's Avalon's, that's why she's here. And for Toby, I think as long as he's in that group, he's still fine for the 2nd. But who's going to make it 3 NZ? Because between 4, 5 and 6 overall, it is anyone's.
Absolutely anyone's at the moment. Down the back straight, flying at the moment, still Richie Dibbin. He's great under brakes into this flip-flop area, but then David Hall under a lot of pressure from Toby Summers, so that's only going to be a matter of time before Toby maybe makes a little look up the inside, just coming a bit hot to the flip-flop, sacrificed a bit of entry speed into turn 14, but look at this run. David Hall gets a great drive out of it. He's up out of the seat and trying to get that front wheel on the ground. So here we go, up the inside, David Hall looking for a move. He's coming pretty hot. He's very close. Richie Dibbin swoops around and stays in 1st place, and now Toby Summers, we're going to get a piece of the action as well. So all the dice and these guys are doing all the defensive riding they have to do. This brings Seth and Rogan right into contention. I think this is a wise move from Rogan. He's just sitting on the back of Seth Devereaux, and they're just getting towed along, catching up to this battle for the front. So it's almost turned into a full-on 5-way fight. Absolutely brilliant stuff to see. Richie Dibbin still leading David Hall. Toby Summers, as you see David Hall looking to push the issue into turn number 7. Can't quite do it, but this is going to be a great little finish. We've still got 7 laps to go in this one.
What do you reckon, Avalon, that Toby's going to say about riding your backup bike? Because I tell you what, that's showing his versatility of just what a good rider he is when you can hop from one bike to a completely different one. Obviously set up for somebody completely different, but he looks to be, as it were, a hand in a glove. He looks well suited.
He definitely does. I think he quite suits that yellow. I didn't realise how good it looks out on track. It looks stunning, thanks to MTF Finance. But he's really adaptable, but it is Kawasaki, and similar to what he's riding at the moment, he whacked his own rear suspension in there, and I'm distracted because I think he's got 2nd. Yep, he's taken Toby's in 2nd. And David's up the inside under brakes.
Absolutely breathtaking stuff, but Toby Summers has the inside line. He has done enough. He's 2nd place, but David Hall's into 1st place. So Richie Dibbin goes from 1st to 3rd down the back straight. There's David Hall ahead of Toby Summers. Then go back to Richie Dibbin, Seth Devereaux and Rogan Chandler. A full-on 5-way fight. 6 laps to go on this one. Ashton Hughes not out of touch either, still in 6th place there. Absolutely brilliant. Toby goes in a bit hot. He's run deep and given the position back to Richie Dibbin. So a change there for 2nd and 3rd as we see this one starting to heat up. So 6th lap still remaining, and David Hall looking to push out and lead this one from the front. He's on the run down into turn 5, but the battle behind him really heating up. There's some big moments under break, so these guys are going to start coming into tyre issues as well. And here we go with David Hall, a decent 8 bike length advantage over Richie Dibb and then Toby Summers, Seth Devereaux and Rogan Chandler. So brilliant action, and all the points are all on offer. So the battle for third in New Zealand has definitely come alive, and I think with a win and Seth Devereaux back and forth, that might be enough points for David Hall to become 3 NZ. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Still not done for yet, just 5.5 laps still remaining.
All right, so with Avalon here at trackside, and she's I think she's almost chewing fingernails off there for a minute. You're almost watching somebody that is pretty close by heart. But Av, what has this title done for you? Just rejuvenated your interest? Where do you want to head to with your road racing?
I just want to keep doing it. I absolutely love racing, just love being out there and the competitive side of it, but also off the track. It's a great sport to be a part of because the people are awesome, and you know, the mechanical side. There's just so many facets to the sport, with it being a sport and being physical but also mental, and then you've got the technical side. So yeah, the longer I can keep racing, the better for me. I love racing here in New Zealand. It's great to be home, to have a normal job, and to be part of this NZSBK championship, because racing in Europe is hard work. You know, I was away from friends and family in my home country for so long, for, you know, half the year, and then spend half the year back here, and it was really hard to manage. So yeah, I definitely want to keep racing overseas, and we have some plans to race in Australia this year. So yeah, that will be really exciting. But yeah, my biggest priority was to wrap up the championship here, and it's a great feeling to manage to do it.
Yeah, well done, beautiful words. Thank you, Avalon. Back to Brad, who's following the race.
Yeah, some mixing up in the middle of that fight. Still David Hall out in front, Toby Summers still in second, Richie Dibb in there in third, but Rogan Chandler now up into fourth, and is still the fastest man so far in this race with a 1:30.455, just within a second of lap record pace. So absolutely brilliant stuff out there. Seth Devereaux now back into fifth. So with David Hall winning and Seth Devereaux back in fifth, that will be enough points for David to go into third. So this is all to play for. Rogan Chandler's still not done for yet. He's 9 points behind Seth Devereaux for third, but he's going to need a few more points than he's getting in fourth place at the moment. So all to play for 3 NZ at the moment, and Toby Summers doing exactly what he needed to do and get out there and get some good points finishes. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And there we go, into the flip-flop. David Hall, but Toby Summers all over the back of him. So he could play spoiler to David Hall's party to get 3 NZ. Rogan Chandler's now up into third place. So things are really heating up. It's going to be 4 laps to go as they cross the lines. David Hall, Toby Summers, Rogan Chandler, Richie Dibb, and then go back to Seth Devereaux. And Ashton Hughes still in touch with this pack as well. He's sitting in fourth in the points at the moment. He's just 1 point behind Seth Devereaux. So still all to play for here. Any one of those 5 of those 6 guys can get up and get 3 NZ at the moment. So here we go with Toby having a little look up into turn 4. What a move, absolutely brilliant move. Just took the line away, got the drive out of the S's, and there we go. Rogan's going to have a little look up the inside as well. So Rogan Chandler is going to go into second place, and David Hall's going to go back to third. So here we go. David Hall's going to argue back into turn 6. That's a hard braking zone, not going to be close enough. He's running a little bit deep, but there we go. Absolutely brilliant racing. Toby Summers takes the lead of this one. Rogan Chandler, the man to watch out for, though. He's very fast in the infield part of this circuit. So have a look at this one. Not done for yet. And Rogan Chandler now, maybe with a chance to get third NZ. He's just 9 points behind Seth Devereaux. So this is all on here at the moment.
Oh, wow, what excitement it's looming here at the moment. Avalon's just taken a photo opportunity here at the moment. We'll have her back afterwards. We're going to go down to the podium and we're going to see a huge celebration. So, folks, do come down for the end of this race, because as well we'll have Avalon aboard. She's not out in that race, but she's won the title, and we'll have a lovely round of applause. So please make an effort and come down and celebrate with us. You're most welcome. We have heard a whisper. One of our races later on has been scratched from proceeding, Super Sport 150. So effectively we only have around 3 or 4 races to go. So 600's all on for the glory. Bring it home now.
Here we go, crossing the line. There's going to be 3 laps to go. It's
red flag.
Got a red flag.
Wow.
Red flag, and with 3 laps to go, I think that's enough race distance to call a result there. So we're not
something
sure.
Must be at the top end of the circuit, because these 2 guys were the first ones to slow up. That's why I thought something was wrong. You just saw them cruising. So I think there's been an incident at the top. So well, we'll just have to wait and see. Is that enough to declare the result? We are unsure. We're unsure. So let's wait for that. Has there been enough of a race? I'll be heading around towards race control. We'll see if we get the words. Normally race control go and talk to our chief timing team out here with MX and track timing, Nicole and Di today. So we'll be keen just to find out as to what the declaration is. Have we got half points? Have we got a full race? Have we got nothing at all? We'll find out shortly.
All right, drama aplenty. So 3 laps to go and we've got a red flag situation. So we're going to send them back to Park Ferme under red flag rules and have a look at whether we can declare a result there. So the second red flag, I'm not too sure. We won't get another restart, that's for sure, but maybe enough race distance to call a result there. We'll let you guys know when we know some more. We'll go and call in with race control.
Yes, indeed, folks. Just taking the time to make sure we get all of our calculation, and our race has been declared. The race has been declared, so it does count. So there you have it. The race has been declared, and David has got the number 1. So there you go, David, Toby, and Rogan. So well done. The race is declared, and the technicality of that is that all the riders. Oh man, I love the officials that are operating here. There's so much, I suppose you'd say, experience. They're doing a fantastic job, and they're making sure they get all of their things right, because making the wrong decisions can come back and bite you in all positiveness. So great to see. Let's get him up on the podium, guys, and let's get underway. Here's Seth. There he is. He's just come over, so that's good news. So well done. Seth is A-OK. He was the cause of the crash. We couldn't see where or why. All of a sudden we just saw the red flag. So there you have it. So let's get it up here with Rogan. So certainly some support out here as the Pirelli caps go on. All right, power is nothing without control. The world's most advanced tyre winning for these guys right here. All right, third place here after his win yesterday. Let's hear it out here, Rogan Chandler. Well done, Rogan. Great race, man, oh man, what an awesome race. You executed that to perfection.
Yeah, well, I was hoping for a couple more laps to really see if we could get a bit further up, but yeah, I think I was like 7th off the start, and we worked hard, and man, the bike's going so good around Taupo. It works so well, and yeah, massive thanks to Robert Taylor and everyone at Yamaha and everyone that's chipped in and helped out, like Lazu, Bailey's, everyone that puts the thing together. You know, we have the pace now, and I'm really looking forward to next year to see what we can do.
Well done. Let's hear it. What a good effort in third place. So be interested to find out the points, and we calculate it afterwards. Toby, what's it ride like on a girl's bike?
Faster.
Yeah. Dead right there. Congratulations. That was awesome. And you look far more assured than you were on your own bike.
It was hard work to ride it. It was good, but hard work. I had no slipper clutch and no speed shifter, so every gear change you got to flip the throttle, and you're losing a half a bike length each gear change, and there's probably 30 on the lap. So yeah, it was a struggle. The pace was quite slow. I got the lead, then saw the red flag, and then was like, okay, that's just my season. Just more stuff. But yeah, just need to say massive thanks to Av and Aussie for letting me borrow the bike. The last race, the first race this morning, my bike expired, and yeah, that was it. So I had to go out and just get, I think, three or 4 points just to retain second in the championship. So I've had 5 DNFs and I'm still in second. So yeah, it's the third time I've come second in the Supersport Championship. It's all right. Second's better than third, and just congratulate Av. She's rode consistently. She's rode real well, and it's been real good fun battling with her. Then it was quite funny driving out of pit lane. We're both looking at each other on her bike, and yeah, it was good fun. So yeah, congratulations to Dave on the win and Rogan for battling out for third.
We'll just wait for this announcement. As we get into it, come on folks, yes, David Hall won it. Well done, and listen to that applause. Here, David. Brilliant race to outfold. First of all, the battle with Richie was all on, and then once you got in front of him, you then had to watch these boys come in. They were attacking you as well.
Yeah, no, first of all, I want to say sorry to Ev for taking her out. It was pretty sad. But, and a year or two ago. Yeah, no, as good as I just sort of was told to use my head, and I followed him, like people tell me, and yeah, no, he just made a mistake and passed him, and then my tyre was turning to shit, but it was all good. And then I just followed them, and yeah, no, and the red flag came out, so pretty good.
Cool, calm, collected, but he is number one. Let's hear it, David Hall. Well done. But I'm sure, folks, you all want to see it, you want to hear it, you want to feel it. Who is number one in New Zealand? Come on, Avalon Biddle! Woohoo! Look at this. How's that? And the team are over here as well. Oh, congrats, Avalon. How special is that? She was up there watching the race with us, and man, oh man, the energy and the immersion. Toby brought your bike home, so it's all right. That part's A-okay. Hey, a hearty congrats. You got so many people behind you. What a fantastic roller coaster ride. You've done it because you've been the best. Not just the best woman, but the best in racing in New Zealand. Come on, everybody, again. Avalon Biddle, your champion. Woo.
Yeah, I think a roller coaster is the perfect word for this class this year. It's been chaos out there. I think more red flags than any other class, and maybe even more passing than other classes. It's been hectic up front, and congrats to all these guys. Everyone's ridden really, really well, and I have to say a huge thank you to MTF Finance, Kawasaki New Zealand, and especially to Aussie. I have no doubt in my mind that we were the most prepared people out there, and I'm not prepared. It's Aussie who did all that work. So yeah, I just wouldn't be here without him, and Toby probably wouldn't be second in the championship without him either. So yeah, huge thanks Aussie and everyone who's been along for the ride this season.
Right, just telling everybody again your plans for the future.
Oh, we've got some big plans to race in Australia, so that's really exciting. Just keep racing all year round, and yeah, all will be revealed very shortly.
All right, there we go. Here he is again, your number one. Let's congratulate Avalon Biddle. Hop up in here, Avalon. Well done. There we go. Let's have her up here, folks. She's on the number one. We want a photo shoot up here, so let the photographers come in on that one. And there it is. Let's congratulate. We'll have the applause going. Here's your photo. There is number one NZ, MTF Finance, and our super lady out there. It is Avalon Biddle.
Yeah, brilliant scenes down there in pit lane. So Absolutely wonderful stuff. Avalon Biddle, your Super Sport 6.